Today's Halloween story is The Perfectly Horrible Halloween. Arnold School Bus was a pirate ship. His costume was in his bag, but he was already a pirate. He was bald, mean, and scary. Arnold was after the scariest of all prize at the Room 13 Halloween party. When the bus reached the school, he swaggered down the aisle. "Have a horrible day," joked Mr. Jack. Arnold sneered his scariest sneer so far. Mr. Rock said it would be business as usual until the end of the day. Then they would have the costume parade and prizes. "I'm going to be a pirate," boasted Arnold. "I have chocolate gold coins for everybody. I have bushy eyebrows and a beard and a tarantula tattoo." "Horrible!" exclaimed Harriet. "Horrible!" Arnold just knew he would be scary enough for the scariest of all prize. It would be his pirate treasure. Arnold thought about his chocolate gold coins. He thought about his costume. He went to his cubby just to look at them. He pushed aside his jacket and a sweater. He found 5 pencils. He found 2 dead bugs from last week's show and tell. There were lots of papers, but no pirate things. He looked in a cubby beside his. He looked in a cubby on the other side. Where was that bag? Oh no! Arnold remembered just where his chocolate gold coins were. He knew just where his beard and eyebrows were, and his bandana, his sword, his earring, and his eye patch, his parrot, and a tattoo. He had left them on a bus. He was going to have a horrible day. "Spelling," announced Mr. Rock. "Spooky," he detected. Then came ghosts and scary. Eerie and pumpkin were next. Horrible was for extra credit. "Arnold, you're not listening," scolded Mr. Rock. Arnold was feeling horrible. If I were a pirate, he thought, Mr. Rock would walk the plank. "Arithmetic," said Mr. Rock. "Put your answers in the pumpkins." Arnold thought Mr. Rock looked like a pumpkin. Maybe I could be a pumpkin, Arnold thought, but he couldn't figure out how. Pumpkins didn't scare him anyway, and he wanted to be scariest of all. Finally, Mr. Rock said it was costume time. The class began to change. Arnold wanted to change too. He put his jacket on backward. He put his sweater on too. He let the arms dangle. He had 2 legs and 4 arms. He noticed that World of Bugs manual. He stuck pencils in his hair. He was a bug. A scary bug. Buzz-up, buzz-up, zup, zup. A headless horsewoman ran over. "It's not time to go home yet, Arnold," she said. A wizard touched Arnold's antenna with a magic wand. "Why are you wearing pencils?" he asked. One fell to the floor. Arnold felt bad. He put his clothes back. He tried to stuff himself into his cubby. If only a wizard could make him vanish. Where could he hide? Then he spied the cloth they stood on when they painted their mural. Arnold crawled under. It was dark and spooky. He curled up tight. He felt like a beetle. No one noticed. He could hear everyone getting ready for the party. "Cupcakes for everybody." That was Princess Harriet. Arnold's chocolate gold coins had tasted better. Swish, swish. That was Wizard Walter's magic wand. Arnold's sword would have been more frightened. "Giddy up!" That was Susanna, the headless horsewoman. Arnold, the pirate, would have been much scarier. It was eerie and sad to hear what was going on and not be seen. Arnold, the invisible, he thought. "Arnold?" Mr. Rock's voice interrupted the buzz. "Where's Arnold?" He's disappeared, whispered the wizard. He's a ghost, hissed the headless horsewoman. How horrible, declared the princess. Look in the bathroom, Walter, said Mr. Rock. Look in the hall, Susanna. You can't see ghosts, warned the headless horsewoman. Arnold's not a ghost, said Mr. Rock. He just disappeared temporarily. A ghost, thought Arnold. That was a ghost, and eerie, spooky, and scary. His hand crept over to tap the princess's royal ankle. Eek! Then the ghost rose to its full height. It dripped and darted like a giant moth. It swept and swooped, it howled and whooped. Ooh! It frightened the wizard and made the headless horsewoman drop her head. Bumpity bump bump! It even startled Mr. Rock. Arnold! Guessed the clown and Mother Goose. Arnold! Wondered the wizard. Arnold is the scariest of all, declared Mr. Rock. You really were horrible, said Harriet, but what happened to the pirate? Mr. Chex narrated. All aboard, mates, he said, and anyone who is too noisy will walk the plank. The end.